So hello everybody, welcome to my new video. So today we are going to talk about triggers. So as you know, there has been like two types of trigger on in UiPath. So one was queue-based trigger and another was time-based trigger. So mostly we were using those two type of triggers so far. But now, as you can see, we have an event-based trigger and API triggers. Like these two are the new triggers introduced by UiPath. So we're going to talk about them today. So in this video, I'm going to explain event-based triggers, what are they, and how we can set up the event-based trigger for our automations. So yeah, that if you are using if you have used Power Automate or Power Platform, then you must be familiar with the concept that you have to set a trigger before running your automation, right? So something like you are like if a sell point value is updated, then you trigger the automation, right? In that is the one event that will trigger your automation in Power Automate. So this is similar concept in UiPath as well. So what happens in event-based trigger, like anything happening in the applications outside the UiPath or in this app or in any type of automation, then we can integrate those things and set our triggers. So let me go ahead and show you the integration services. This is something that UiPath have. So here, what we can do, like if we are missing any APIs for certain application, then we make those connection or connector over here and use them in our automations, right? So here we have lots of different default by default integration we have here. So out of this, I'm going to use my one of my automation like connection that I have created. I have created a connection to the Gmail. So this is my Gmail connector. So how do I create connector? Is like just go to the connectors, build your own connectors, and just pass the values whatever they ask. I use a Gmail connector, so you can create a new connector and start with API or start from the blank. But this is not the part of a video that we're discussing. I will discuss this on the next one. But let's go to our triggers, right? So what we have is like we have a connection already. We have already established a connection for Gmail. So now I'll go to the trigger and I'll add a new trigger. I'll select my connector. These are all the by default connector, but I don't have much of access to these applications. So I'll use a Gmail trigger. So this is my Gmail trigger. So when I want to run this trigger, right, what is the event that I want to run my automations for? So like if I receive any new email, I want to run my automation, right? So I can add the conditions and groups and all those things. But just like say if I receive an email, I want to run the automation for this, like extract purchase order, this automation. So I'll run this one in serverless application, cloud serverless, and then I will just add a trigger. So this is my event based trigger that I have added. So now you can see like this means like event trigger that is event based. So I can edit it and delete it. So once I have set this trigger, let me go to my Gmail, and like these are the old emails. So I'll send an email from a different application or different account, and I'll see like how we can run this trigger, right? So let me send an email, test email trigger. So I send an email from my own email. So let me receive it here. So I receive an email. So if I go back to my triggers, I can see like some of the jobs. It will trigger that job, and I can see the job over here. So yeah, this job is successfully run. So I'll go for the job logs and see what it has done, right? But as you can see, we have successfully created a trigger and run it based on our application. So these two are the jobs that I have. This one is the recent job that is running. So but now it is on some other state. We can view logs on this job, and we can see like this is validating something and running is still it is running. So that is how we set our event based trigger for different automation processes. So let's say you have a different requirement to set a trigger or different choice to do like based on your application, based on your input output on those application, you want to set a trigger, then you can do that over here. And this is like, and you can customize those triggers, you customize those connectors and use them in the triggers as well. So thank you for watching the video. So I hope you understand how you can set an event based trigger. So in next video we will talk about API triggers, and I'll see you then. Thank you. So, yeah.